All right, folks, Yishai Fleisher here in beautiful and rainy Florida. Last week, I was on the Mount of Olives with one of my mentors and colleagues, Dr. Noam Arnon, who's the spokesman for the Jewish community of Hebron. We were on the Mount of Olives because the Mount of Olives is, of course, the mountain to the east, the eastern part of Jerusalem. It's also the oldest and biggest Jewish cemetery. It's our ancestral burial grounds. And we were laying to rest, together with a large group of people, the person of Cherna Moskowitz. Cherna Moskowitz, along with her husband Irving Moskowitz, were great supporters, and their family continues to be great supporters of the Jewish project of rebuilding the land of Israel, especially in eastern Jerusalem and in Judea and Samaria. And so we were there, and I asked Dr. Noam Arnon to talk about some of the great rabbis that are buried in this very ancient and very holy cemetery. The reason it's so holy is because it's right across from the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, and some of the leading lights of Jewish history are buried there. So here's my interview with Dr. Noam Arnon on the Temple Mount. You're also going to hear a lot of Muslim call to prayers. That's because there's a lot of mosques around there, and they're trying to claim the Mount of Olives is there, and that's why it's so important for Dr. Noam Arnon to tell the real history of that special and holy place. Check it out. Noam Arnon, we're here on the Mount of Olives, overlooking the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. We're on the eastern part of Jerusalem, and we're at a very special part of the cemetery, the famous Mount of Olives Cemetery. Dr. Noam Arnon, who are these people that you're right next to?
We are standing here near the tombs of the holy rabbi, Rabbi Avraham Yitzchak Cohen Kook, the first chief rabbi of the land of Israel, and his son, the great rabbi, Rabbi Tzvi Yehuda Cohen Kook. Now, they both led the movement of settling the land and settling the Torah in the land, which is more important. To have the Torah, the leadership, the spiritual leadership of the people of Israel in the time of challenge, in the beginning and the middle of the 20th century, when the Jewish people began his movement towards resettling the land and building his nation, as building his homeland. Now, to understand the process in the eyes of the Torah, in the eyes of the prophets, this was the vision of Rabbi Kook. By the way, the name Kook in Yiddish is to see. This is what his name is. Now, in Hebrew, his name is Ro'eh. Rabbi Avraham Cohen Ro'eh, meaning the man who can see. He could see the process. He could see the redemption of the nation of Israel. And he said to the people, this is a holy process. It's not only building a nation, but it's implementation of the vision of the prophets of the Bible. Now, people didn't understand the beginning, but then they saw he was right. Now he's also active in the Balfour Declaration. He was then in London, and he was acting for having the Balfour Declaration to begin the process of the political process to build the nation of Israel. Now, Rabbi Kook was in this country in 1929. When he saw the riots, he saw the massacre of Jews all over the country. People were so desperate. People thought it's all over. And he said, no, it's not over. From any incident like this, we shall get stronger, and you will see it. And he was right. Because from this terrible event in 1929, the Jewish people in the land of Israel got stronger and built his army, and more people came in Aliyah, and then they could build a state of Israel.
So you're saying maybe the current situations, the wars that we're facing, the challenges that we're facing, we shouldn't be disheartened from it?
It's the same situation. It was a terrible event. It was a terrible a massacre. It was an event that could influence the people to get desperate from the process of redemption. And Rabbi Kook, he was the viewer. He has the vision. And he said, no, it will lead us to a higher level. And he was right. Now his son, Rabbi Tzvi Yehuda Kook, he was here in the 60 war. Again, people didn't understand what they see. Rabbi Kook say, you see, we return to our homeland. We said Har Habayit biyadenu. We remember the day that we could hear it.
The Temple Mount is in our hands.
The Temple Mount is in our hands. And Rav Tzvi Kook was the first rabbi near the Kotel in this holy day of the 6th day war of redemption of Yerushalayim, redemption of Hebron, redemption of all Eretz Israel. And he said, you shall see. And now we have a challenge, the same as they did. And now we are sure to go in their way, to go in their light. The light of Orot. This is the name of the book that Rabbi Kook published. Orot, lights. Because he saw the light, and in our generation, we shall see the light.
Amen. Dr. Noam Arnon, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're back here on the Yishai Fleisher show and TV. God bless you wherever you are. Please subscribe to our various channels, including here Yishai Fleisher TV, where we share with you the beauty all the way from Florida to the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem and wherever you are. So stay connected, subscribe, and be part of our effort to shine a light of truth to this world. God bless you wherever you are, and shalom.